All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome on board. This is Apex One Radio. We are live from the United States of America, 519 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. And we are live on radio. It's a beautiful Friday evening, Friday the 23rd of January 2026. And we're just a couple of days to the end of the first month of the 2026 year after the birth of Christ. And so, thank you so much. My name is Ernest Kanjo. Marcel Adig is the producer of this segment of broadcast on Apex One Radio. He's doing that digitally from Waldshut in Germany. And in the studio, we are two of us, Ernest Kanjo and Irina Perry. So once again, thank you so much and welcome on board. This is a fresh edition of Apex Snapshot, and focus today on the non-profit world. So once again, thank you so much. If you are just joining us on Facebook, then this is your golden opportunity to share the video extensively as you come on board. If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much for doing so. Do share the video as well so that we touch the four corners of the world, because today we will be focusing on the civil society. And when we talk about the civil society, we talk about helping people out there. Lots and lots of issues around the world. Is it poverty, disease, displacement, war, whatever you can think about? The civil society is always there to make sure that these issues are addressed in their own little way. Thank you once again. Welcome on board. Share the video as you join us live on radio. All right, so in just a short while, it will be the start of this edition of Apex Snapshots on Apex One Radio as we continue to invite you to share the video extensively so that we can touch the four corners of the world. It's exactly 21 minutes past 5 here in the studio of Apex One Radio. Keep sharing the video as you join us on radio. We are live in the studio of Apex One Radio, situated at the northern belt of the city of Columbus in central Ohio. All right, so what do we do? Thank you once again for joining us live on radio. And so the nonprofit sector continues to grow from leaps and bounds, even in the face of limited resources, including funding and other mounting challenges. And you may want to ask the question, why? The answer is simple: because the needs in our communities keep growing. And so across the world, millions of people are living with trauma, hunger, disease, homelessness, and poverty. These are vulnerable individuals and families who need more than sympathy. They need action, they need support, and of course, opportunity. Governments are doing their part, but to be honest, governments alone cannot solve all these problems. That's why nonprofit organizations have become such critical partners, stepping in where gaps exist and bringing hopes where systems fall short. From Africa to the United States of America, nonprofit organizations are emerging every day, working in cities, villages, and regions to support communities and restore dignity. And right here in central Ohio, one such organization is making remarkable strides. That organization is called Helping Hands Always. Helping Hands Always is committed to building a society where individuals have opportunities, skills, support, and the chance to live independently and in a dignified manner. The work of this organization is about empowering people, not handouts, but sustainable change, which is important. That means teach people how to fish and they will live sustainably. And so this evening, we are honored to welcome officials of this organization here in the studio of Apex One Radio. We have Terry Davis Stocky. She is the operations director. Am I correct?
Yes.
Come close to your microphone.
Yes, you're
Okay,
correct.
thank you so much, Terry. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you
How
for
are you
having
today?
us. I'm just wonderful.
Mm.
Trying to stay warm, like you said.
She's trying to stay warm, and it's important to do so. Thank you so much, Terry, for joining us on radio. And accompanying her is the Chief Executive Officer of Helping Hands Always, Connie Blake. Connie, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I am good. So, how was the day today?
It was awesome. Just cold. It's just trying to stay warm.
All right. Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you, Connie, for accepting this invitation.
Yes.
So, for the next couple of minutes, we will be sharing the story of your organization. And remember, I mentioned in my introduction that where governments cannot go, the civil society fills that gap, and that is just what you and your organization are doing.
Yes.
Irina, once again, thank you so much for joining me on the show. Welcome.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Right. So we'll begin by asking both of you. It's true we've introduced you, but I would like you to introduce yourselves once again, so our listeners, especially the ones who are coming across you for the first time, should know you better. Beginning with you, Connie.
Oh, absolutely. Well, my name is Connie Blake. I started Helping Hands maybe like 2021, but I'm actually from Wisconsin.
Okay.
So I goes back from Wisconsin, to Ohio. I also have a business there, Connie's Home LLC and Promises Homes LLC, dealing with disability, people with disability, dealing with the reentry program, people that have gotten out of jail and just didn't have anywhere to go. They need a second chance, So I brung that business and extended it here in Ohio
Okay.
to Helping Hands Always. So it was a great need here for the same thing that I do in Wisconsin. So we actually opened up 3 homes, the reentry, for people that was getting out of jail, didn't have family, didn't have support that they needed. So I teamed up with Miss Stuckey, and from there, here we are.
Beautiful.
Terry, tell me what inspired you to get into the nonprofit industry?
Well, I can tell the truth through some of the trauma and experiences that I went through in an early age. I saw how the government and the community worked with individuals. So as I got older, I decided to lend my experience with compliance. My background is compliance and accounting. So I was able to link with other individuals, and then meeting Miss Connie, it expired into helping them get their grants and getting individuals into the right places. I was able to network with the various resources that's needed for individuals to become human beings again, regardless their trauma, regardless their backgrounds and lifestyles. So that's what inspired me. I was able to network with different people and work with them so that we could extend those services to folks who are in need.
That's interesting.
That's great.
Prior to working with Helping Hands Always, did you work with other nonprofit organizations?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I worked with the Columbus Urban League. I worked with the Columbus Impact Community Action Agency, both in the areas of accounting and finance and compliance, making sure that all the rules and regulations that were placed down on them through the federal government were carried out. So I do the same thing for Miss Connie to make sure that all her requirements through the federal government are adhered to. Mhm.
How did the idea of creating your nonprofit organization come about?
Well, I when I first came here, I had a girlfriend that introduced me to Terry, and I had wanted a 501, C3 nonprofit program. And when she introduced me to Terry, she actually had gotten all the paperwork together for me, and got it submitted so that I could attain the nonprofit. So it got submitted, and it did get established in 2021. So November of 21, and we took it from there. So
So it's been 4.5 years
Mm.
you've been in business.
Time flies.
Yeah, when you have fun.
Yes.
So usually there is something that should be happening that would inspire or motivate the creation of a non-profit, maybe a particular problem at a particular time, or is it something that you had nursed long ago? Or did you have plans to create this organization? Or...
I did. I did have plans to create a nonprofit. That was something that I have always wanted.
Okay.
With the business in Wisconsin, and I've been owning that business like 12 years. So I had wanted to do it then, but I went another direction. So everything came full circle back to the nonprofit. So, and here we are.
Okay. That's beautiful.
So how old is your organization? You said 4.5 years. What is your organization mission and vision?
Okay. Our mission is to equip individuals and families with resources to make them whole. When I say make them whole, make them feel like humans again. So many of us these days, we feel like we're lost. We want to be able to give them hope. We want to be able to, if they want a house, we want to be able to help them get to that house. Whatever their needs are, we want to be able as an organization to guide them to the right direction. When I give some of the classes, I tell them, we want to give you your roadmap. Anytime you plan on going on a trip, what do? You want to plan it. So we want to assist them in planning their life to be stable, may not be rich, but you can at least live. You know what I'm saying?
Terry, I'm not cutting you short, but
yes.
I would like you to tell us exactly who these individuals are. Are there people on the street? Are there people who don't have food to eat? Are there people who are sick?
They are actually, right now, our primary focus is individuals entering the society from prison.
Okay.
We also work with individuals that are homeless. And through that, we're able to provide the resources that those individuals need.
How do you identify those individuals? Do you go looking for them, or they come looking for you?
They actually come looking for us. We are listed out on the Department of Corrections website as one of the resources that provide housing and additional training. And then also by word of mouth.
And what is your target population?
The target population right now are men and women. And through that, we work with children because we try to bridge the gap between, if you've been incarcerated, you have lost connections with your families. So with that, we tend to reunite families together. So it's a family.
And what is the age group that you're working with?
Our youngest in our program now is 21, and our oldest, I want to say, is close to 42. Around about that. But we really, right now in our community, we have individuals that are referred to as, if we can work with them, there's no age to it.
My imagination, Connie, is that you would probably only have a certain number of people you are working with at a particular time, given that resources are not always available. So, how many of these folks do you work with at every given point at the moment?
Given this population, it tends to rotate in and out. We've had as many as 12 to 13, but we are prepared to, our normal work groups that we would like to work with as we gain more resources, meaning funding, would probably be a group of 15 to 25 at a time. But we are structured to where we could carry through our offices, we could have more than one group during a day. So
Before you come in, and how long do these individuals have to be with your organization before they graduate or get back into the community?
Our term, we say, is 6 months, but we do not put a time limit on it because each individual is different. So if they would like to stay with us for a year, we make it so they can stay with us a year. Yes.
And talk to me about membership and the status of a 501c3. That would be Connie.
Can you say that
Your
again?
membership and the status of your 501c3 nonprofit organization.
The membership?
Yes.
When you say membership,
Who is a member of? Who can become a member?
Who become a member? Yeah.
no one can become a member
Yeah.
of the 501c3. It is an organization that's filed with the IRS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you're asking, I think what you're trying to get to is if individuals or companies want to join our board or network as a partner with us, then that we do have individuals and companies that come in and say, hey, I have XYZ skills. For example, if someone has trades and they would like to work with us to bring some of our individuals bring them into the trades. That's one of the hot things right now. If we can get more professionals to collaborate with us in the trade industry, that would really be beneficial to each of the folks coming through our program. Because when you think about surviving in this world today, you've got to make more than $13 an hour. So the trades, you can do that. So we really need cooperation from those organizations that can help us get our guys and women into that trades field.
And so when you have these corporations and individuals coming to say, hey, we have these skills to share with you, do they do that on a voluntary basis or they have to get employed and be paid?
The entities that would collaborate with us, what we have tried to do is we go after grants or we'll go after other funding out there or corporations that are willing to donate funds through fundraisers. And then we work out agreements, contracts with those entities that say, okay, if you say you're going to work with us and train 5 of our guys in electrician, what would your cost be? And then we try to go out and raise those dollars to have that done. And we understand as a business, everyone needs to capitalize in order to stay functional. But as a nonprofit, it's really hard out here now as a nonprofit to get funds, especially with our economy the way it is.
They work with individuals who have once been incarcerated, but once they're out of prison, they need to be reintegrated into the society and, of course, into the community. And so Helping Hands always is there to make sure that these individuals slide through the process smoothly and get properly reintegrated back into the community. You're live on Apex One Radio. The show is Apex Snapshots. The time is 22 minutes to 6, and of course, the station is Apex One Radio. Ernest is my name. I'm hosting the show with Irina.
Talks about the problem of trauma statistics and what the causes of symptoms and how it can be addressed.
You want to take?
Mm-mm.
Okay, let me take that. Okay. Well, when you talk about trauma, trauma comes in different forms for each individual. And so through the independent case management and through groups, we're able to reach individuals and determine what plan of action. We call it an independent operating plan. And we will take them through each stage of where they need to be once we've assessed what their problems are. No two people are alike, so we don't group them and say this is the way we're going to do one thing. So we have about 4 or 5 individuals in our organizations that work with each of these individuals to make sure we address each need. But the trauma, we try to get to the root. I am a certified leader of the Creating Family Lasting Connections. And through that training, we were taught to dig to the root, because if you don't uproot the root or the problem, it's going to stay there. So we try to get to the bottom of it. And once we dig it up, we teach them how to work through their next, concerns that come through.
And what are the results?
The results are hopefully that they're now, once we deal with the issues of their trauma, then that puts us in a position to move them into workforce development or move them into entrepreneurship, or just provide any other life skills that they may need. Financial literacy. A lot of individuals that now I got a job, I don't know how to go to the next step, or they just spend all their money. So we make sure they have A through Z of what they need to move forward.
How prevalent is trauma in our community today?
It is it is very high. Just in personal experience, I think we didn't know it was trauma at the time, but as you get older, you realize what trauma is. Small incidents that happen that are never dealt with. A death could be a trauma to somebody, someone you love. But nowadays, our youth and young adults face a lot of trauma that we didn't deal with as adults. So it is important that we definitely deal with it, but in most cases they're just treating it with medicine, and that's not curing anything. So we've got to, and that's what Helping Hands does. We deal with the real issue, and we don't use medication to do it. Now we do have some cases where we have linked with a company that deals with the alcohol and SUDs, substance use disorders, so that we can deal with those individuals that have that problem, because it is very high in our communities.
So my understanding is that as an organization, you work with experts who help you
Yes.
address those trauma.
Yes. Yes. We have some very strong networks in the community and other organizations. We're not trying to duplicate service. We're trying to collaborate to make sure they have a one-stop shop.
And talk about track records, awards, and partners that you are collaborating with in Central Ohio.
I know that Bright Life, we collaborate with them. What's the other ones that we collaborate with?
Lord have mercy, you asked me too quick. Through the Lord, who is Derek Keys, individuals. We do have other individuals that collaborate with us. Derek Ross, he comes in with the wellness and fitness.
We have the Citizen Organization Recovery Empowerment is core. We also
My
have
organization.
BH Plumbing,
Yeah.
Home Remodeling, Applying Life Lessons Enterprise Incorporated.
Yeah.
And
And-
other communities.
Right.
And what are the
advocates.
outcomes?
The outcomes of that, each of those organizations play a role throughout the individual's personal plan. For example, the BH Plumbing, if he needs individuals, he'll come in and um, bring them in as spot labor. He is also an individual that has been incarcerated, and he comes in to tell his story to many of the new guys coming in, just to give them some encouragement of how he was here and now he's here owning his own business, very successful.
So, let me just find out from you. Do you have stories that you are proud of? Say, this is an individual or a family that you took from scratch, got them a house, got them healed from their
Yes.
trauma, and they are doing something today. So when you watch back, it reflects the success of the organization.
Yes.
You have those stories.
Yes,
Mm.
we do. We have a young lady, Angelique. She graduated from the program. She had gotten yellow slipped last year, January 2025. And she just got pink slipped, and she was in a mental institution. So when she got out, she came through our program, and she done wonderful. She got her peer support. She got her CDCA.
Right.
So now she has her own apartment, and she's doing
Mhm.
awesome.
Mhm.
I mean, great. And yeah, she graduated last year,
Ooh.
November. Was it November?
November,
December?
yeah, either no, I think it was October, November, one of those
Yeah,
days.
so
Yeah.
she graduated last year. She's on her own, has her own apartment, and she's doing very well.
Mhm.
Holding a good job down, and doing very well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And how people can reach to you if they're looking for that specific needs?
Yes, they can reach us through our website. It's helpinghandsalwaysinc.com. And that is helping hands with an SALLWAYS.com, inc.com. Or they can call 614-456-7499, and we'll be happy to talk to them and get them on their journey.
They'll be happy to talk to you. We'll come back to those contacts again. And we are talking about Helping Hands Always. It's an organization that caters for people in need. They are here in Central Ohio. They operate from Central Ohio. And we're having Connie and Tracy,
Terry?
Connie and Terry. They are our guests in today's edition of Apex Snapshots on Apex One Radio. I'd like us to talk about the response you have from the community. It's always important to know how much beneficiaries of any project contribute to that project, because it shouldn't be just a one-way flow. If you are giving, then whoever is benefiting should also contribute, so that you will stay alive and continue to give. So tell me, how do beneficiaries contribute to make this movement stay alive, so that other people can also benefit from it? Come please, your mic.
Well, We ask for donations.
Okay.
They can send donations to what is it?
Through the website.
Through the website.
Hmm.
And we appreciate, if people would just donate things to us, because that's why I named it Helping Hands Always. One hand washes the other. So I really look to for people, to be successful coming into this, coming out of it rather. So
Do you have people who have benefited from this organization and who turn around and say, "Okay, I'm going to show gratitude by way of maybe volunteering to do
Yeah.
something"?
Yes.
we have
Yeah.
Brock as the plumber. When some things go wrong in the house, he'll donate his time.
Okay.
Angelique, when we need groups, for a speaker, she comes and helps out, so they do have a tendency of giving back.
Mhm.
Yes. So
And what is the most challenges you are experiencing in organization?
Competing with organizations that are politically connected for years, have been politically connected for years. That's one of the challenges. Coming in as, I want to say, the new kid on the block,
yeah.
and trying to get funding. And that's not saying that the older organizations aren't doing a good job, but um, as time changed, the community changed. Sometimes you got to change with the community. So some of their programming is old and it's not keeping up with current today happenings. So that's one of the challenges. I mean, we've applied for grants. We're always told, "Oh, well, we ran out of money." So now for 2026, we have a mission to go after funding from some of the corporations, because as I shared with Miss Connie this last week, I said we need to start reaching out to corporations because the folks that are coming out of in reentry and those homeless, they're going to be the ones working in their organizations. So if we can help them, get them groomed to be have good work ethics and be responsible, show up to work and maintain their homes for landlords, then they should be willing to give us dollars to do that. So those are some of the things we are going to work on in 2026, getting out.
What are people saying about Helping Hands Always out there? What kind of image do you portray out there, and what does the local government, for instance, think about your organization?
We have had several meetings with the government in different state government, city government, county, and they've all said we're doing good work. We've had meetings with a Department of Correction. We have a letter of recommendation from one of the mayors. So we've got a good reputation. They know what we're doing. Yeah.
We're just struggling to get
We're struggling to
funds.
get that first dollar.
That is true. Yeah.
We're struggling. So Miss Connie has really been the funding source of this through her excellent history with managing her business in Wisconsin. So we're trying to become supportive just on our own in Ohio. We know the resources is there, but like I said, it's just a matter of them giving us a chance. And for individuals that can donate, I always say $10 add up to 100. If 10 people submit $10, that's $100. And when you're talking about housing individuals that would end up on our streets or end up snatching your purse, I think that $10 is worth it.
$10 is worth it.
Yes.
It's not always
Absolutely.
easy, but then there are individuals out there who need that support, and these organizations are present to provide that support. Today, we're focusing on one of such organizations, Helping Hands All Ways, that seeks to support personal growth and life skills development. The organization also strengthens workforce readiness and employment opportunities. And also, the organization provides stable and supportive housing solutions. And so, our guests on the show are officials and key leaders of that organization. Connie is here, and of course, Terry is here live with us on radio.
Well, I want to say thank you, Connie and Terry, to be available and come to the
Thank
Apex
you.
One Radio
Yes,
with Ernest. Thank you, Ernest, for
Thank you, Ernest.
being
definitely.
available.
Yes. Appreciate you.
Just before we run off, do you have any appeal to the general public, to potential partners, helpers, donors?
Please donate. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need donations so that we can just make this grow bigger.
Yeah.
And we really, really enjoy helping people. So can't do this and can't get, can't grow without donations.
Without help, yes.
And so these organizations do help a lot of people in our community, but remember that they cannot grow or keep doing what they're doing without your own part of the deal, which is your donation. A $1 is important, a $10 is good, a $50 is great, $1,000, wonderful. So if you want to contact this organization, you can as well just drive to their physical headquarters situated at 2323 Lake Club Drive, suite number 301, Columbus, Ohio 43232. I take it again, 2323 Lake Club Drive, suite number 301, Columbus, Ohio 43232. Then, if you want to reach its main office through telephone, you can just press your fingers on 614-456-7499. 614-456-7499. There's also a crisis hotline.
Yes.
What does that mean?
If you're in crisis and need our help, you're on the street, say someone, you're just at the last leg and you need someone to call. That's what our crisis hotline is for.
And that hotline is 614-323-4423. 614-323-4423. I want to thank you so much for coming, and we
Thank
are
you.
also available for you. Our doors are open. Whenever you have an information to throw out there to the public, you can always contact us. We will be ready to do that because it's about all hands on deck.
All hands, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and so that's how we're putting a full stop to this edition of Apex Snapshots on Apex One Radio that reach you on this day, the 23rd of January 2026, at exactly 3 minutes to 6. We are pulling the curtains on the show. My name is Ernest. Kanjo. I was accompanied by Irina, Perry, and our guests were Connie and Terry. Thank you once again. Marcel, Adig was the producer of this edition of Apex Snapshots. Stay warm over the weekend and have a fantastic time and keep listening to programs on Apex One Radio. Bye.